Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob here once again with another video, and today is episode 18 of Horror Hangouts with Uncle Bob. And in this episode, we're going to be doing the next four movies in my annual horror tradition of watching all the horror franchises. And now we just recently did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, and now we're going on to the Candyman movies that I'm watching. Now, we unfortunately recently lost the actor Tony Todd, which I was pretty sad and gutted about. I thought he was really good actor, and obviously, he was, and he's an absolute legend. He was so fantastic as the Candyman. I don't think anyone could have played it any better. And he was also in a few other films as well. You know, not just Candyman, but a few other films. So he was really talented, and it's a real shame and quite a shock actually, because I wasn't expecting. It's like just a shock come out of the blue. Because I thought he was quite healthy, and he was only 69. Still, 69's still relatively young. And yeah, I didn't even realise he was ill, or I don't know if he just decided that died suddenly. But yeah, quite a shock and shame really. I think possibly could have made small films, and even could have been the Candyman again. But I mean, at least he leaves Candyman franchise, other films to remember him by. So but it will be sadly missed. So anyway, let's go on to the Candyman. Now this is really quite iconic. I remember people talking about this back in the day. I never saw it back in the day. I was too young back in the day to see this. I think this one came out in 1992. I was way too young. I think I was only about 8 years old in '92. Um, I heard people talking about it and saying about, but yeah, I never really watched horror films when I was that age. Um, and yeah, so it was not till like years and years later when I started getting into horror films, I saw it, and I mean it's really good. It's what starts it all off with Candyman, and yeah, it's pretty good to be honest. And obviously, talk about Tony Todd. He's absolutely fantastic as a Candyman, and you couldn't imagine anyone doing a better job. Really, done a fantastic job. Um, and with Judy Madison, it's quite good. I think it's all round quite good. Though I will say the only thing that I say about this is it's quite a slow build up for it to get sort of going with Candyman being involved. But once he gets going and he's involved, it's quite good. I think it's all round quite a good horror movie. I think it's right up there with Nightmare on Elm Street and that, to be honest. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's just a classic movie. Obviously probably what most recognise. Then we're going to Farewell to the Flesh. No, I really like this. It's actually in some ways I like it more than the first. Reason because kids with the first one being like a long build up before it starts getting going. This is just goes on straight into it. And there's quite like the story, quite like the scenes, settings, and that. I quite like the pace of it. I like the kills. I think it's good timing, and I think everything's all good. And I think it's just one of those cool films you could just watch on the weekend and just enjoy it. And I always look forward to watching it actually. Yeah, it's pretty good. Actually, I think I actually like Farewell to the Flesh. I don't really like it better than Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is alright, but I prefer Farewell. And so Candyman, yeah, is still good popular, but it's just that slow build up. And the new one is alright, but not as good as the first three. But yeah, I guess I'd say I probably like Farewell to the Flesh best out of the four, to be honest. I just think it's good. Tony's fantastic in it, as he, he's going to be. Um, yeah, and I don't really have any issues. I think there's only one thing that I don't really like is the thing where there's like a dead animal in it, and I'm not really, because I'm a huge animal person, I don't really like seeing animals killed or anything like that on movies. So there's only that issues. Nothing else really. I pretty much like everything about this. The pace, the acting, the kills. Yeah, I think it's pretty good to be honest. I think it's a cool film, and I definitely would say it's in my favourites films. Now we're going to Day of the Dead, the third movie. Day of the Dead. Um, Tony back in it again. It's a fantastic job again. I think he pretty much does. Even if I like Farewell to the Fresh best, I think he does a fantastic job in all of them anyway. I don't think there's any time where he doesn't look good, to be honest. He does a fantastic job. He plays to the character, really, really well. I mean, this is all right. But yeah, I think Very Well with Flesh is slightly better. Um, yeah, I mean, I would only really say that maybe this is slightly weaker than Farewell to the Flesh. Maybe just it's not as strong, maybe. Maybe the acting or um, just overall strength. I think Farewell is better, but this is still alright. I think. There's a few kills and stuff going on. I don't know if I think I prefer the kills in Candyman Farewell, but there's a few kills in this. It's not too bad. It's alright actually, but yeah, I just think it's just slightly weaker than Farewell, but still pretty good. There's still good moments, stuff. Yeah, it's alright. Now we're going to the last one, or the most current one. I have no clue whether there's going to be another one, and it's certainly with Tony passing, it certainly puts me sort. I know it was a new person in Candyman in the new one, but you question now that with his passing, there's going to be any more, and it's a small franchise, so going to be any more. You don't know. I mean, I'd like to see maybe another one. But now that Tony's gone, you've got those three. So if it's going to be another one, it's not going to have him in it. So maybe it doesn't really matter, I suppose, now that he's gone those three with Tony. But this is actually surprisingly alright. First time I saw it, I thought it was actually alright. It's one of them films that's quite surprisingly okay. Because you've seen some films that are some remakes or some sequels to some films that are not great, and this is actually alright. And it's quite interesting, at least when you see it for the first time and you want to know what's happening. And yeah, it's surprisingly alright. It's a bit of a slow build up, but it's quite interesting to see it sort of develop and getting to know the characters. And then when it starts to build up, it starts getting more interesting, developing into it. And then it starts to come out quite enjoyable, and it's alright. I also think that maybe I will say it's as I said, it's interesting, and I think it's surprisingly alright. But I think the problems with this is that there's sort of few and far between kills. There's probably maybe not enough kills, and there's sort of maybe you'll see one kill, and it'll be quite a while before you see another one. It's sort of so maybe there's sort of too long of gaps where there's not many kills going on. And I think it seems to have, the problem is it seems to waste a lot of time before there's a kill, and it's sort of, I think by the time it's like half the movie, or like with half an hour, 40 minutes to go, it starts to sort of, because it's wasted quite a lot of the movie time. It starts to sort of like with about half an hour, 40 minutes to go, then it sort of starts to pick up, and it sort of seems to have, you know, not have a lot of time to, because there's about, maybe 40 or 50 minutes gone before there's not really much happening, a few kills here and there, and not much going on. And it's sort of like with the last half an hour, 40 minutes to go, it sort of starts getting, it still seems to be like quite rushed, and they're sort of like speeding things up, and by the time it gets to sort of the end, because they've wasted so much time and there's sort of been not that many kills, it seems to be all quite rushed towards the end, and they seem to sort of like run out of time. I think they sort of could have, I think there's a sort of like time issue there. They could sort of make better use of the time with having a bit longer at the end to sort of do something better. It seems to be by the time they get to the end and there's like 10 minutes left, it seems to be all quite rushed. Sort of like the ending is quite rushed. And I think, had they had another 10 minutes, they could have made sort of the ending a bit better. So I think that's sort of the issue. Maybe the timing and the pace sort of was a bit not quite right. It doesn't seem to be quite worked out properly. And what is also good at the end, a surprise appearance by Tony Todd. He comes back and you see him at the end, so that's a nice surprise. So that was good. Yeah, I just think it's surprisingly alright. It's not the worst film I've seen. It's not certainly it's Candyman, but it's surprisingly alright. But I think the issue for me is the time and pace. As I said, I think they sort of needed to do a few more kills in there and just sort of worked it out with it being longer at the end. It just seems to be a bit rushed. But other than that, it's alright. So guys, that's it for the this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye for now. See you soon.